Hi, guys. Welcome.
What's up?
Hi, Boston. And hi, Twitch at home. Thanks for joining us. This is our third and final panel about Doom, and it's our last panel about Bethesda Game Days in general. It's kind of sad.
It is a little sad.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gone by quick.
Very quick.
You know?
Quick intros. Jason Levy, Senior Community Lead.
Joshua Boyle, lead community on Doom.
Marty Stratton, I'm the executive producer of Doom.
And I'm Hugo Martin, the game director.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and of course, thank you guys as well. We're going to do something cool today. We're going to talk about master levels. It's something we actually haven't talked that much about, but before we do that, we want to show off something about the Slayer's Hub. We get a lot of questions about what does the Slayer do in between ripping and tearing. We're going to take a look at that, right?
We are. So we're going to play a video here in a second, but before we even do, Fortress of Doom is the name of it.
It's the name.
So how the hell did that come to be, and what exactly is it?
We picked that name because it sounds awesome, and
It's a good reason.
That's how we pick a lot of stuff, actually.
so this is a little bit of a spoiler stuff, but it's a battle station from the Sentinel Army. So like think of it like a Star Destroyer in Star Wars, but instead of a ship, they actually had castles in the Sentinel fleet. This is all uber lore nerdy stuff for people who care.
I can.
And so this was one of what was like, hundreds, thousands, who knows, of these things that they used to have of all different sizes. But this is like a relic from Argentina and the Sentinel world where the Slayer may or not be from. But you'll learn more about that stuff when you play the game.
Cool.
All kinds
like
of
that.
Or again, none of this, or you don't give a shit about any of this and just murder demons. This is all like there if you want to learn about it. Everything in the Doom universe has a history. We really feel like with a lot of IPs, that generally speaking, when you watch Star Wars for the first time, you were seeing but a few chapters of a much larger story. All the characters, Obi-Wan, they had relationships that, they had a life before you saw the film, and there's a history behind everything. So the Doom universe functions very much in the same way, which is not necessarily making it unique. It's just like good IPs have a history behind them, and that's what the Doom universe is.
Yeah, we have a lot of fans that spend a lot of time on Reddit dissecting every little detail. The Hub is a great place to kind of explore some of the things that you pick up, and that's pretty cool. Should we take a look at it?
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys want to see it?
Cool. Here's the Fortress of Doom.
There's the outside of it.
Look at that castle.
It's like Castle Grayskull. It's almost like we love He-Man and 80s cartoons, and we use that
So
stuff.
what's this thing?
This is his
Pause
PC.
there.
He is a
He's a gamer.
He's a gamer.
Gamer, yes.
Yeah.
Triple monitor?
He has a triple monitor.
I'm not sure that's the most efficient monitor.
Yes.
Like the trapezoidal.
Yes.
Odd.
I know,
But,
I'm trying to
but
think
cool.
of what's the optimal HUD game that he's playing with this. Obviously, it's Eternal, and there's a whole new configuration for him, obviously.
Yes.
You got to practice.
Absolutely.
And the speakers too. You gotta know those speakers.
And he's got a really rocking PC there at the left, and we're excited for the next QuakeCon because somebody out there is going to build that thing.
Oh,
so
100%.
we actually spent quite a bit of time designing his gamer chair because it had to be fucking awesome because we did it really fast. And then it was like, dude, this is where id Software, he has a gaming station. His chair has to be fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually really, really went to town on the chair.
I was going to say, because you got to think with that physique, the ergonomics are a totally different config.
Oh, yeah, I'm not even too sure he's fitting in that thing. But the main thing is it looks awesome.
Is that a standing desk? Does it kind of come up?
It
probably
might,
does,
It
yes.
might. Look and look to the right.
Yes.
Yeah, what's
It's
that?
like this little
cage.
almost like an animal cage.
Interesting. What would go in there?
I don't know.
Crazy.
It's like rabbit-sized.
Cool.
And there's even like
Interesting.
some kind of food.
Huh.
And it's almost like if you pay attention in every single level in the game, you'll see a single rabbit hidden somewhere in every. It's almost like
Keep
that
your
could
eye
happen.
out.
It's sort of like that.
It's almost like that's exactly what's in the game. Go find it. There's a rabbit in every single level.
You heard it here first. Rabbits are confirmed. In
Yes.
Doom
You also got to appreciate the custom rug.
Exactly.
We need to get merchandise
That's
team
true.
on that.
Oh
The
my
real
God.
question is if
Didn't
there's
see
a
that.
single rabbit, is it a real rabbit or is it a figment of his imagination? You know how like in True Romance, Christian Slater's character, he sees Elvis. I always thought that was so cool, like Elvis talks. So like, is this rabbit a figment of his imagination in the levels?
Is it?
Is it
I don't
real?
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is exactly where I was hoping we were going to go with this. I had no idea we were getting here, and this is perfect.
Yes.
So much to talk
Oh
about.
my goodness, it's
Wait
an
a
old
minute.
PC.
Pause.
Hold on. So what's he doing with this?
Playing old video games.
Old
what else
games.
do you do on an
Yeah.
old PC?
I guess there's emulating.
Some of the best old video
I
games
think
ever
so.
made. Yes.
Sure.
Again, that's
Maybe
it looks like
inspiring his own story.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
And he has he's got a record player right there to play vinyls.
nice.
Yeah, he's a nerd. Like honestly, he's like one of us.
He is.
Only he's like 300 pounds,
And really swole.
and he could slaughter demons. So he's but he's also a gamer, and he's really into the history of games.
Absolutely.
Is that a skateboard to the right?
That,
It is.
That is
Yes.
a skateboard.
Nice.
It's almost like all of us combined doing all the things that we like maybe couldn't easily like slay demons or even just stay on
Yes.
that skateboard. To
He's
be honest.
like Bruce Lee on a skateboard, maybe.
Yes,
The
yes.
shotgun?
The
Yeah.
shout outs are just
It's crazy.
That cassette?
Yeah,
that tape
he
there?
bought the collector's edition, so
Yeah,
he
sure
got the
did.
he
Wow.
got the cassette.
Of course he did.
day one.
Yes.
So because everybody's gonna be like cassette tape, okay, boomer.
Yeah.
Right.
The back in the day, people used to listen to music on cassette tapes. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
You'd
I
flip
know.
them over.
It's a Doom
Yes.
Slayer mixtape.
Ooh, that's a spicy hot list.
Look
Wait,
at
wait,
those
wait, wait,
guitars;
wait.
they're awesome.
What in God's green earth? Actually, we're above God's green earth at this
Does
point.
he
so
use them?
I don't know. Originally I won't say, but we had actually 3 famous guitars there, but you can't do that kind of stuff because that's that there's
Not
all kinds
approved.
of licensing
That's
and
right.
different things.
Sure.
But that would have been fun. But we made our own. So again, like someone in the next couple years has to make these guitars.
oh yeah.
Like, yeah, because they look awesome.
I mean, I love how I got to give a shout out to that middle one in particular because we've seen the Marauder, we've seen the Axe. We know that all the real guitar guys that can play,
Totally.
it is their Axe, and I mean, that's a dangerous instrument right there.
Handle with care.
We have so much fun with the brand. I mean, I think it shows when we make stuff like this. Everybody involved is just having a good time,
That's awesome.
fleshing out the character. But it actually does tell you about like who he is, And again, the Doom Eternal and Doom 2016. It's just a Saturday morning cartoon. You got to think of it that way, Like it's a fantastic universe. It's a really cool IP. Parts of it are serious, but none of it ever takes itself too seriously. And we love working on this brand because we get to do stuff like this.
Get your own Doom guitar after.
Oh,
Yeah, look at that
this
thing. That thing's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh my.
My stars.
Wait a minute.
There is an awesome story behind
Another
this.
rabbit.
Yes. It says a lot about his personality that he's an oil painting of himself. Just a little bit of a narcissist.
I was waiting for that. Yeah.
I think the coolest thing is that this was actually created by a fan.
Yeah,
Zeus. Yep.
Zeus. Yeah,
Yes.
He's been to the studio. Actually, Hugo gave him some tips on his portfolio. He came.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Incredible.
He sent us. He does oil on canvas, like
Yes.
fan art, oil on canvas. This is. We decided to put this in the game, but we have the original hanging in the office.
so cool.
And
Yes.
and he also did a really cool one of the Spider Mastermind from 2016 that we have hanging in the
Yes.
office.
Keep painting, Zeus.
Yep.
Yeah, Zeus, you're
Don't
already
stop.
in
Good
Doom
stuff.
Eternal, right? This is a good
That's right.
start. This is a good start.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Break into the industry, one painting at a time.
Zeus has a very promising career ahead of him. He keeps painting, but really for anybody, I mean, he's just passionate about the brand, and he's producing awesome artwork. And we see that we have like a wall of fan art in the office that grows every day, and the letters and all kinds of crazy stuff
Yeah.
that we get. It's so awesome.
It's amazing.
You're running out of walls.
Yes.
We are.
Awesome.
Literally, we only hang maybe, oh my gosh, 1/25
Yeah.
of what we could,
Yeah.
But
It's
it's so inspiring.
And then we're like, hey, let's open up the Slayers Club and have people submit stuff every month. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, well, we'll just make a bigger office, I guess.
Holy cow! What is that back there? It's almost.
I want to know.
Yeah.
It's like a giant mech. So, okay, more lore nerd stuff.
Interesting.
The mechs are also part of the Sentinel fleet in their war against the demons a long, long time ago. This is a relic from his past, and they're called Atlans. The mechs in the Doom universe are called,
Atlans?
which is the coolest sounding name.
It really is.
And
The Sentinel mechs. You'll also see Earth mechs. But,
Yes.
but yeah, these are the Sentinel mechs.
everything you look around and it speaks to like the history of the world. There was a huge battle that took place on Earth in the war against the demons. Clearly the humans lost, but we want to pull you in with that stuff. If you stop and look around, every inch of Doom Eternal has a story to tell.
I think you made a good point though when we were talking earlier to somebody that when the Slayer took down the Titans, as everybody knows from 16 lore.
Yeah.
He did it with his guns and his hands.
His bare hands.
He doesn't need an Atlan.
And
He wasn't in
Crucible
that
sword.
giant Atlan right there?
No, so he didn't use. So TBD, we will not say whether or not he uses this or if it's even his particularly, because this is just a Fortress of Doom. It's a battle station. But
Sure.
just so fans know, he definitely took. The Slayer doesn't need a mech, of course.
Yeah.
He's so powerful, but other people do because they're not as strong as he is.
Yeah.
And this leads to the prison, which is called the Ripitorium.
It's a good name.
Awesome.
It's
It's
a
almost
perfect
as
name.
Little dev
cartoony
story.
as, yeah.
I love
When
it.
we came up with the name, and one of the devs was like, "We're not really going to call it this."
And
I
you're
was
like, yeah, we are.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
fucking are.
You're like, that's what we always do. It's what
Yeah.
we keep doing. And the Repertorium is kind of a place where you can go and sort of like, oh,
Look at
geez,
that
I'm
thing.
just going to stop. Look at this.
Yes. So the design of all of the Sentinel armor, there's a light on the left breastplate, and there's a sash on the right shoulder. And so all of both his armor looks like this, and then all the ancient armor looks like this. So all of it is ancient Sentinel armor design. And then what he wears now and in 2016 is like a modernized version of that. And if you see in his hub, you can see where he works on his armor to kind of update it.
God,
You'll actually see these too, like full-size versions of these, kind of like locked in ancient battles in certain levels. It's amazing, really. Just
This is
tons
the
of world building.
Repertorium at the bottom of his castle.
Yeah.
I love that they're just trapped there and he murders them, whenever he wants.
This
So
is
just
just
to relax. Yeah, this is for
Yeah.
sport,
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So
It's just
for-
downtime.
Yep.
He's like, I feel like it's like it's close to midnight. I kind of want to work out. I'll just go down to the Repertorium real
Go down to the
Yes.
gym.
quick. Tear a little bit.
Cool.
He and for players who want to practice and work on mods or try out different things in a safe environment, you don't die, you don't take damage, and you never run out of ammo.
Oh, that's cool.
It will update throughout the campaign with new AI. So if you want to get to know them a little bit better outside the battlefield in terms of their attacks and the timing of their attacks and different things, you can go down here when you go to the hub and just practice.
Nice.
I'd like a shout out to Ian and Luis and Jerry, and if I'm missing it, and the concept work that was done on that Fortress of Doom. It's extremely hard to pull that stuff off, and the guys really, really kicked butt, worked really hard on that stuff. We get such a kick out of making this stuff for you guys, so it came out awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, that really is just a taste. I mean, as you play the game yourself, you're going to find little nooks and crannies. Some pictures have kind of surfaced online of some of the books on the shelf, and just
Oh, the books are hilarious.
it's awesome.
And it's not just like lore and world building. Like the hub serves a really big function in your upgrades too. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's little, you mentioned the nooks and the crannies. There's these kind of compartments that are sealed off, and you have to find Sentinel batteries throughout the world and plug them into those, and you get to choose which one you do, and you can unlock mods faster than you mod. What are those things called? Mod bots.
Yes, mod bots, Praetor suit points.
Praetor suit points. There's
suits of armor.
suits of armor that you can unlock, customization type
Ancient
stuff.
Sentinel armor.
Yeah, really tons to do in the hub, and again, not just a
Yeah.
place of lore, but real true function.
It's a big part of the progression for sure that you're going to want to collect those Sentinel batteries throughout the level. When you get there, be able to unlock and progress your character much faster because the game is really hard, but balanced and fair. But definitely, there's a challenge there, and we want you. Very big part of the fun zone, as we call it, is to have you investing in the progression of the game. Because if you don't need to progress your character and you don't feel compelled to progress your character in terms of upgrading your weapons, then it's not going to be a very balanced game. So there's a lot of that stuff in the hub, and you could kind of progress your character actually much faster if you invest in those things.
Cool. That's awesome. So
And
I
there's
guess-
secrets in the hub too.
Oh yeah.
Yes, lots of secrets.
Like
A lot of
absolute-
teases. You walk around and you
Yeah.
actually can see, like, oh, I know what's behind that door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could find albums in the world. The question marks are two types of secrets. There are albums and there's collectible toys. This time around, there's a collectible toy figure of every single demon, and inside his man cave, he has a toy shelf where they all go. And then when you go up to the shelf,
Yes, he has a man
Yes.
cave.
Yes.
That's where his PC was.
he clicks on. You could click on the toy, and then you get a 3D model. It's a model previewer of the final assets. You get to really inspect the gorgeous assets that the guys made for the demons. Same thing for the guns. And then with the records, there are empty picture frames throughout the hub. And every time you find one, a rock poster will go in there. You can go up to that and then play a song and while you're in the hubs, you have your own soundtrack when you're in the hub. Lots of classics.
A lot of classic stuff.
Yeah.
It's really
a lot
cool.
of things that people
play E1M1 as you're running around your hub from the original
the
MIDI
best.
files. It's
incredible.
fantastic.
Feels
Yeah.
right.
Some stuff from Doom 3, some, like lots of cool stuff that I think everybody's really gonna like. So
Yeah. Other games too.
yes,
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, should we just jump into master levels? I know a lot of people want to know about what they are. Maybe
Yeah.
you're
Yes.
not sure.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to give a quick recap of just what is a master level?
Yeah, master levels are combat. The simple answer is they're combat remixes on existing levels that we're going to have a couple at launch, and then we want to release tons more post-launch. Basically, if you think of, and we'll show a little video that helps explain it, but first time through a level, the one we're going to show is the third level in the game. You have like fodder enemies, some heavies, that kind of thing. This gives us an opportunity to take late game enemies and bring them in and create a real challenge that you can go back and play. You have to wait until after you've cleared the level once. And we would definitely recommend waiting until you actually have gotten deeper into the game and have more gear, have more runes, because they're challenging. They're really, really tough. But once you've kind of gotten to that black belt phase that we keep talking about, you want that challenge, and it is just thrilling to play these master levels.
Yes, thrilling and stressful. I was just backstage playing them for like 3 hours. I'm like shaking. So.
But that's one of the things, interesting thing you mentioned now, Marty. Like, so obviously you have to beat the level first in single player campaign, but also as you were saying, it's basically all the gear, all the mods, all the upgrades to both your suit and all your weapons. Wherever you are in the game, when you go into master levels, you start with whatever you've unlocked so far. Right?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
Replayability. I mean, it goes through the roof with these things, and honestly, like. Eventually, it'll be the only way you want to play the game, because once you earn that black belt, the whole point is like I joke about the stress factor. I can't get enough of it. I mean, I'm back there just mainlining the combat experience, and I can't stop doing it because it's all I want to do. And you want to take on the biggest challenges in Doom, climb the biggest mountains, and certainly master levels are outside the campaign, and they're made specifically for people who want that. And we're pretty confident that a large part of our audience will want that.
It was something that we didn't really do well, honestly, with 2016. People wanted more campaign content to play. So both, DLC or more of what they played. Sure. And we see it. We see it in the numbers. People come back and play Doom 2016 over and over and over.
Yeah.
And this is really just a way for us to give fans more content, more fresh content to play in the months and years post-launch.
That's awesome.
Yes, they are awesome.
and we've got plans for even a more robust master level system as we go forward that'll include challenges, things that you earn as part of completing the master level. So lots more to come, even beyond what we're showing today.
Yes.
And again, they can be played at every skill. So it doesn't matter if you're not the greatest Slayer in the world and you still want to take them on. You can take them on at whatever skill you're comfortable with.
Yeah, all the difficulty settings from easy all the way up to Nightmare. Then
even extra life mode.
Ultra Nightmare, and then extra life mode. So, yeah, you can experience them however you want. But they're really fun. They're awesome.
Cool. I think we have a video that will kind of showcase basically like a regular level and what that master level version looks like.
Yeah.
Sure.
Might be worth showing that.
For sure.
So this is the campaign level. You can see some fodder there. You get to fight a Revenant.
These are all enemies you would expect if you're playing the game through the campaign.
Right. And you can see he's doing the dance pretty properly here. He's lighting him up. He's getting that armor. But it looks like he's handling up on that pretty well.
Lots of zombies, basically, right there.
Yeah.
This is the master level. Come in a Mancubus, a Cyber Mancubus. We're cutting through here. You're going to see Hugo play this. Arachnotron, even a Tyrant back there in the background coming up here.
I feel like that Cyber Demon barely fits, so he looks super imposing out here.
Yeah, a lot of work was done to make sure that we could pull this off at the end. So we actually designed every level to be able to account for enemies of this size. We would never be able to do this in Doom 2016 because the early levels were actually pretty small because you didn't have a lot of super heavies in them.
Yeah.
So even if we wanted to, we couldn't do this. So we planned this from the beginning. Tremendous work done by the team, and it's so worth it. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, let's just play.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Enough talk.
So, yes. Can they see my screen?
Yeah, I think so.
Can
go
you
ahead.
guys?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool.
There we go.
Awesome.
So
This is the
one of the
cultist-based-
things that you're going to want to do. So this is Doom on a black belt level. You're going to want to definitely get used to this, which is yes, I'm playing on a controller and it is inverted.
Ooh.
Love this.
Then
You're like
you
a
go to
pilot right now.
Customized controller. You have different settings, and this is really important. So then I like to take switch equipment, which is normally on this directional pad, and I put it on the left thumbstick, so I could do it really fast and switch between Ice Bomb and Grenade.
This is actually totally new for Doom Eternal. I know we're talking about master levels, but in 2016 we didn't let you customize controllers completely. So
Yes.
really a nice accessibility and just play your way type of feature here.
Totally.
I love it.
So really important because you're going to need to be switching. Now this is how I like to play. Some people like to put on the left thumbstick anything they want. You can reconfigure this however you want.
Yeah, I switch mods on the left thumbstick.
Yeah, you could also reconfigure your weapon wheel. So if you want to delete things, it's crazy. So there's an absurd amount of customization in the game. It's completely crazy the amount of stuff that you could do.
So then you can basically put all the things in the weapon wheel in kind of like the quickest order of your like main offenders of like, this is my favorite weapon, then I like to switch to that, I like to switch to that. That's amazing.
So in this case, I'm going to have everything unlocked.
Okay.
And I have every single gun mastered with all of the mods. And so you'll get to see everything. And then I'm going to customize my runes. This one is super important to me.
This is literally as if Hugo had 100% of the game prior to coming into this master level. So you really, this is maxed out.
So what I like to use is increased movement control while in the air, and I like to use perform glory kills faster, and then I like my equipment to recharge faster. It's hard not to pick this one too because it gives you health when you blood punch guys. But I'm just going to go with this for now. Sometimes I change it up.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Sometimes I use the speed boost one after a glory kill. So
It sounds like you're push forward +++ right now.
Look at that auto map. That thing is
beautiful.
awesome.
It's amazing. All right, so this is Cultist Space, correct? So
yeah, this is Cultist Space. Third map in the game again. Really, really early, and right here in the first time you play the level, there's a couple zombies. So.
And you already got a cacodemon.
Yeah, already feeling the challenge.
In the first few seconds.
Just wanna
get your air control going. I've played this level so many times, and thinking about a Revenant in like this like nice quiet
That was
zone.
pretty skillful double weak point takeout right there with the sticky bomb and then the Harscope.
That was weird.
Deleted him.
Got him.
There it is.
It's a great glory kill.
Oh, you knew that was going to happen.
Oh. I see what you did there. That was nice. I love how you guys are such masochists that you somehow put hazards on climbing.
Right.
Climbing.
That's insane.
So normally when we test these, we play them on Hurt Me Plenty, and no one's actually ever played these on Nightmare. Should I play it on Nightmare?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah. But I'm on a controller, and all the mouse and keyboard people say that I can't do this.
Well,
no.
So
think they're wrong.
it's probably going to be too much.
And it's even inverted after that. My God.
I thought that was it.
So, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
It's
That's you need a mouse
going
and
on.
keyboard.
Proven, are they right? I don't know.
Something's going on.
Okay.
I do have to call out our fast load times. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely insane, yeah. You were in that thing just seconds later. And I mean, look at how many enemies are loading right now. So, Hugo, how are you usually walking through this Doom dance of, like, the prioritization here? You always talk about prioritizing targets. What are you prioritizing when there's like 30 on the screen?
I got to be honest, there's no way I'm talking to you right now.
That's the right answer.
I cannot.
You maybe should have warmed up a little bit before
can it
the
be
nightmare.
done?
There's
The
something.
stick.
There's probably some dust in there.
Yeah, this
It was
is
an old
feeling a little
controller.
weird. Yeah, it's funny. It's like a little bit of lag.
That's the thing. It takes such. You really got to be used to the controls. Been practicing back there.
It's okay.
A little wrecked.
Nightmare. It's
Yes.
nightmare.
It's like your actual nightmare right
Yeah, it's
now.
supposed to be.
This is Hugo's nightmare. Welcome back. Starting strong with the ballista. Disabling those destructible demon spots. Oh, very nice freeze.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my.
That was the ice bomb there that froze everybody.
I feel like that ice
Again.
bomb to the super shotgun just is deleting the heavy.
Yeah, it's
shots.
fantastic.
Ooh.
See, I think you guys are getting the way the game works. Everybody's cheering every time a weak point's hit.
Yep.
Telling you.
It's amazing, yeah. It's really satisfying, too. I mean, I can't...
Hugo's like,
that-
yes, it is satisfying.
It's so satisfying to hit a weak point.
Well, it's another credit to the sound team, too. Like, all of the little, like, cues that you get for the fact that you've hit those.
Yep, absolutely.
It really is. You get that instant feedback. Oh, the Cyber Demon. What are you going to
Yeah,
do?
he's pissed off.
And
I mean, you
even
can
the
hear
fodder.
every single time that's the Tyrant locking you up there.
That's right.
Oh, God.
So something's
Charge
going
the
on with
BFG.
it. Oh, that's a bug. I'm serious. It
It is.
actually.
It delayed. I felt that when I was practicing there.
That's good support.
Yep.
That's what you do for a friend.
I will say, he's making this tough on himself. He literally could whip out the Crucible on that Tyrant
It's true.
and take him out almost immediately.
Ooh.
So
You really feel like a sense of relief when that tower falls.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Of the Cyber Demon.
All right. I was a little nervous,
How about now?
and
You did it, guys.
Let's hear it for Hugo. Come on.
pretty good.
No, that was nothing.
It was awesome.
That was nothing. So there is a little bit of a bug on the BFG, but that's already been solved. So in the level, there's also just a ton of secrets.
We're going to show him one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see it. Just punching his way into everything here. Okay.
Ooh.
Very ominous. Looks like the prison cell is open. What's it going to reveal?
Well, there
It's
would
not
have been
there.
a secret up here.
There's actually a
But-
Sentinel battery up there.
On the master level, there's a thing up there. So little pro tip, like, this is key. Like, basically, you have to be able to constantly move because on Nightmare, every single enemy is going to be throwing heavy shots at you every second. So you can actually, if you master, like, how to stay alive in a tight little space and kind of do the dance with the enemies, that's critical to the play in Nightmare.
Dash 2,
So,
right? I mean, that's...
Dash, all of it, but definitely it's these little micro circle movements that really throw up, because just think, every single enemy in the level is targeting you at that moment.
So this is basically like the next level of circle strafing now, right? Because you've got the normal one you're doing, you know, casually. That's still tough to do, and now you're adding dash to that with 2 of those. It's just bananas. That looks like a hero pose right
Nice.
there. You got him.
Frozen Dread Knight.
Caught him in the Heisman.
Yeah, you saw a good example there of him, like, of that swapping equipment with the left thumbstick. The equipment charges at different rates, so it's a really great tactic and necessary when you're playing a master level to be able to swap between your ice bomb and your grenade really quick and use them in concert with each other.
So you don't have to wait for that cooldown of one of the
Yeah,
other.
you don't have to wait for the cooldown for the other one.
Yeah, that is a high level strat.
So you see how I kind of like nervously, I'm always doing this, and you really want to get good at, you know, just quick scoping things.
This is the most absurd hallway ever.
Yeah, let's
you
talk
have
about
triggers that bring swinging blades through the hallway. It's amazing to bring lure demons down there and then take him out with the blades.
Because the blades are an insta-kill if anything it hits, correct? They just eat them. Uh-oh. That carcass. You forget that the carcass actually has a really nasty attack. It's not just that wall that put up.
Yeah, it
should have taken out that weak
shields
point.
and the rings.
Yeah,
right?
you can't leave the Arachnotron's weak point.
Yeah.
Got to take care of that cannon
I
behind.
love that there's just a platform of demons just waiting. They've been waiting for the Slayer.
They're just like, oh, there he is.
Rounds, and then they rise up.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
That ice bomb right there is critical. Okay, so he's got rid of one, but wait, there's another Arachnotron. Because this is master levels.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yep.
that
You can
carcass
feel
is
it.
ready.
That is one thing when you play Doom, you'll feel it. You'll have these moments where you're just like, if you've ever skied or something like that, you kind of like catch an edge and you're like, I'm going down. That it happens all the time. You just feel like that one false move, particularly at Nightmare.
Yeah.
It's like you cannot make mistakes.
But that's what's so satisfying is when you're doing it all
It
correctly.
is, yeah.
It's
You
just
get
like-
into this flow, and it's just amazing.
I love how he just replaced where the other enemy was.
Yeah.
Carcass came up, Arachnotron's like, you're not going to glory kill him, actually.
Ah!
Oh. They're just ganging up on you.
Punishing.
Yes.
On
All
this
right.
episode of Hugo's Nightmare, Cult of Space, the master level.
We can get one of the Celtics to come back here and help you out with it.
Damn. They're actually busy playing basketball tonight, but, we might be able to call in a favor. All right, Carcass is taken care of handedly. He's got him on fire. It's popping armor.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Beautiful headshot.
Look at this.
He's got it.
I love how you use the Arachnotron's little bomb that he shoots at you against him on that glory kill. It's fantastic. Got to get rid of that back cannon, though. Oh, no. You don't want to make Ibis to be close. That's for damn sure. Oh. That was a nice switch, too, from freeze but ice bomb straight back to the actual regular grenade.
Yes.
Just totally negate that cooldown.
I will say, Hugo's played Doom Eternal alone literally hundreds of hours. So, like, I think if you're a gamer and you're gonna invest your money on Doom Eternal,
Yeah.
like, to me this is just like, I'm gonna play this game for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
Because this is, I mean, it's thrilling and like the challenge. You don't have to play it on Nightmare. You can play it on easy. You just come back, play it again and again, and just get better and better and better and better. It's really a ton here.
And speaking of investment, this level itself, Cult of Space, is actually as a pre-order incentive. If you get the deluxe edition, day one you're going to have this to play.
Absolutely.
Yep. Then we'll have new ones coming out all the time, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's fun. The designers have really kind of started to embrace this, and they're even starting to come up with some ideas around changing some of the stuff inside the level a little bit. We can't like move walls and stuff, but some really interesting things happening where you come back to a place like this and maybe play it and it's all fog, and you can't even see the enemies move through.
So
New
all the
levels
dance that
of
you've already
challenge,
mastered, like on the regular levels now, on a whole nother level. This is master levels. Ooh. Just a pip of health here, just a pip of armor. He's going to need to restock here. Oh, God.
Selecting the BFG.
All right, Carcass, time to go. Oh, such a
I
nice
think he's
burn
got it
combo
this time
there.
around. Got past some hurdles there.
All right, so that Arachnotron
A lot of
is
weak points taken out.
perfect chainsaw with the health. Oh,
Ooh, that was
there was a shot waiting for him when he landed. That Arachnotron's got to get taken care of. God, that satisfying hit of just knocking off that cannon on his arm. Very nice. Oh, God, almost threw it.
Ooh.
Get it!
perfect. Just
Go!
what you need.
Let him hear it. That was just for
Hell
fun
yeah.
right there. That was not even. Oh, Prowler's still around. You guys want to talk about the Prowler? Because you brought him back. He was actually not in the campaign for 2016.
Right.
He was in the multiplayer, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's really cool. He kind of teleports around, disappears, teleports around. Is a great enemy for getting behind the Slayer and pushing him around the map. If you stand still for a second in an arena with a Prowler, they're gonna sneak up behind you and really deal some some pretty nasty melee damage.
And I feel like you just saw right there, even the smallest of fodder, their melee in Eternal will like basically
in
negate
Nightmare,
your armor.
like you can't get close to anything. Switching to lock on right there was awesome.
I never thought that the Baron could get somehow like more aggressive, but when he's made of lava, essentially inside,
and
you don't want to be
Gore
anywhere near
too.
this guy.
Like that was
yeah, the Gore is incredible. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh. You just made a gymnast out of him there.
Yeah, the whole destructible factor now is really awesome. So
Yeah.
start plugging off different parts of the demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not only beautiful, but you really get a sense. I think you can see it while you're watching it. How what health level? It's almost like this full body health bar for the demon.
Yep.
You want to talk about getting sweaty too? I feel like relieved right now when they're just like taking these nice jumps, sort of dashing around freely. Like the level of sweatiness in master levels is
High sweat volume.
Yeah. Sweat per second is like a high count, I feel. Switching to the rocket launchers. Looks like he was doing remote detonate on that too, which is a really nice touch. I love remote detonation with the rocket launcher because you don't have to be precise.
Yeah, no, it's really it's one of my favorite mods, and I would say it's actually a little it's one that's worth upgrading a lot, because we changed the rocket launcher a little bit to have much more direct damage.
Yeah.
Less on the splash damage, but also a lot of self damage just to kind of keep you honest with it. But when you upgrade the remote detonation, it really does some awesome damage there.
Especially because I feel like the time it takes to travel, since everything is so tuned and turned up, like AI-wise.
Yeah.
Like having the bailout button, if I didn't get a direct hit and I can pop that,
yeah,
I feel like that's huge in this.
It's great for creating falters too. Like you'll get a lot of enemies on a falter that then you can quickly swap to another weapon. Good example there. The extra life Hugo picked up gets used.
Yeah, it does. He's got a good amount of actually ammo to work with right here. Burning him down with the ballista. Oh. Poor pain elemental.
Meatball down.
We've got a whole mode actually called Extra Life mode that it's like Ultra Nightmare, where if you die, you have to restart the whole game or the level. But you can find extra lives, and those will keep you alive. So
that's
really
awesome.
totally new way to play the game there, too.
That's probably actually a really, really good way to kind of like tune up and make sure you're ready for Ultra Nightmare.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Ultra Nightmare is really tough this time around. The game's twice as big, so it's
a challenge.
It's
a long
it's
run.
rough, yeah.
And it's permadeath.
It's
so.
permadeath, yeah.
Yikes. I cannot wait to see that in the hands of everybody, but especially speedrunners are probably just like salivating.
Yeah. We can't wait. I mean, a big part of what we've done with Doom Eternal in general is to really think about.
You dropped your super shotgun. You got to pick it up. You got to pick it up.
We focused a lot on watchability. It's when we made Doom 2016, it was just kind of like, I mean, Twitch was around, but it was the first game that we'd made kind of in the Twitch era.
Yeah.
And we were focusing a lot on rebuilding Doom as a game. This one, we talk about it all the time. Like, what is going to be compelling for people to stream, compelling for people to watch? And as you can see, I mean, this is just, it's so much fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And we know people are going to love, like, streamers are going to have a lot of opportunities, whether it's master levels or Ultra Nightmare runs or Extra Life mode runs, to get out there and really create some very, very compelling content.
And
I
I feel
think
like
part of it,
that
the learning
freaking
aspect.
amazing.
It's awesome.
Like all that mid-air switching.
Oh my god.
And I feel like even though when I saw 2016, I was like, this is the most beautiful game I've ever seen, and I thought the colors were amazing. And then you see Eternal,
Yeah.
and it looks like you were watching it on like a beta tape or something.
I know.
Again, this is a boomer stream now because we're talking about VHS and beta.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, like, again, from a watchability standpoint, it's so clear how the
I don't
want to
shoot that thing. Why are you doing that?
It's fighting you.
Sorry.
You designed it this way, and now it's against you. Oh my God, that Baron is imposing. Oh, gotta get out.
Yeah, it's not a good hallway.
Oh my. Oh, there's so many ground pounds.
2 Barons is
A lot?
rough.
Yeah. Now bear in mind, he doesn't have a lot of health right now.
Uh-oh. Oh, missed it.
Whoa.
Oh, swing and a miss.
He went right by.
Who's it gonna be? He's looking for the Baron. Oh, and he switches away. Wait, there it is.
Oh.
Oh. I don't think he's getting up. Oh my.
You'll see there your Crucible basically has ammo. You have three pips that you have, and then you find more ammo throughout the world. That was a heck of a teleport away.
Yeah. But Jason and I were just talking about this the other day, like the way that you guys use color to differentiate, like the actual levels itself, all the gorgeous artwork going on.
Yeah.
The enemies, and then every single, like, how green armor is, how blue health is, and like the way that fireworks, how things are on fire. It's like watchable wise, it's so clear to see how skillful the things that are happening on screen are happening now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you can see everything. Like, this is crazy gameplay. We always talk about it, Doom is a Ferrari. This is the Ferrari being driven at like 250 miles an hour.
This is like Hugo Andretti basically right now?
Yeah.
On a controller that's inverted.
And, when we talk about how loud things have to be, how we're not afraid, this is great. This is the Doom Hunter right here, and he is really hard.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, a Doom Hunter at this early stage. This is level 3 remix now.
This is really tough stuff. But you can see how important all of this stuff is, whether it's the color of your HUD or the ammo pouring out, or knowing, like you said, that the health is blue when you do the glory kills. You're literally making decisions every microsecond, and it's critical that all this information is really, really clear on the screen.
But again, also like you guys were saying, how this is like a Saturday morning cartoon. I love so much how it's like this game is not hiding the fact that it's a video game, and it's super fun and it's super clear and easy to understand, like how these things are working. So again, if you die, it isn't how the hell did that happen? There's a clear path to understand.
You always, it's critical when you're playing that the game, you never feel like you were screwed over by the game. You realize, I made a mistake. I backed up into a prowler. I misflicked to a gun that I didn't want.
Yeah.
It's the thrilling part of the experience, because you really do get like it's in your control.
It's true. Oh my God. Let's give him a hand. Come on.
Wow.
Woo! Need a cigarette?
Dude, I need
light it up. Let's go.
Need a Valium.
It's like I'll see you tomorrow.
So these are some of the traversal puzzles.
Missed. Just in case everybody didn't see it, I thought I'd call it out.
And again, monkey bars being a new crazy-ass way, in Doom Eternal specifically, to traverse. And it just gives you a whole nother level of, like, throwing you around the map to let you use those double jumps, let you those dashes.
Little secret there.
What'd you just pick up right there? What was that?
That was a Megasphere. Yeah, it basically it replenishes your health and armor.
Okay.
Up to max.
How you feeling?
This is going to be super hard.
You guys
So
ready?
we're about to
Come on,
fight,
we gotta cheer him on. You go.
And the one thing that I'm not doing is I'm not using the BFG.
You just refuse.
Because fuck that. I want to kill them myself.
You want to be the BFG?
Yes. I am the BFG.
Oh. Oh, such a nice blood punch.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't think his arm is going to be okay.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's going to be able to pitch anymore.
All right, here he comes.
The Marauder.
Oh my God.
Look how fast he blocks. You'll learn this when you play the game. We don't keep this a secret, but basically the strategy with the Marauder, the only way to beat the Marauder is to keep him at a mid-range distance. If you're too far away, he throws his axe at you. If you're too close, he blasts you with his super shotgun. And so you kind of have this really, really fun dance with him where you kind of keep him in the mid-range and wait for his eyes to flash green. Otherwise, he'll pull that shield up.
Because you have to stagger him, right? He'll
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
So
Again,
he summons a fire wolf, and the fire wolf is
Of course
really
he does. 'Cause
deadly.
Of course, yeah.
Because if you're
Why
gonna,
not? A
If you're going to
fire
bring a wolf along, I
That's
mean,
right.
light him up, I guess.
He's
Super
so
deadly.
hard.
You got this. I bet Felix is watching right now and going, I'm counting these.
Yeah, Felix is like, I can take this. Oh, not enough ammo for that guy.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, my God.
That's actually a really important point, though, Marty. You were telling us before, so with the chainsaw, of course, you cut down enemies to regain that really precious ammo, but you can't just, it costs a different amount depending on who you're trying to cut down, correct?
Yep, absolutely. So heavies cost 3 fuel cans, and zombies cost 1. So it is one of those strategies that you'll use throughout. You can see there the Marauder's eyes flashing green. Hugo missed the shot, but that's the key. You got to wait for those eyes to flash green and hit him quick with like the super shotgun is great, or the ballista is another great weapon.
Oh, my God, the dog.
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 I love those bite animations
that was a great
on
shot.
the screen. 2 health here.
Oh my God! You need a glory kill like
so
there we
sweaty.
go. Look at that!
There we go. There we go.
Back up.
Back in the
Oh
game.
my God! But 1 hit. 10 health.
Ooh.
Oh, my God, the dog.
That dog got stuck.
Good. I love the bugs.
It's not a bug, it's a feature if it helps.
Oh!
That axe!
So
Comes at you
close.
so fast.
So the only way you can get him, you can hurt him, is if you stay at a medium distance, get him to open up with that attack.
right there, yep.
So it's what it is it's a Jedi fight. It's a samurai fight. You have to maintain the distance, like a fencing,
You gotta
fight,
bait him,
whatever they
right?
call. And when he uses his axe melee swipe, he'll flash green, and that's when you can hit him. But
Yeah.
it's hard to maintain his distance, and then he'll summon his dog.
And that
which
is
is
such a
Fire
quick
wolf.
window.
Yes.
What is
Not a dog.
Seriously, we should have cut the fire
Shih
wolf.
Tzu is a dog.
We should have cut all this from the game.
Take it all out.
It should have been.
Just like a Pomeranian just comes by, licks you, gives you some health.
Hey, remember that time when Hell Knights were?
Yeah, when
Considered
Hell Knights
hard.
were tough. Yeah, like back in Doom 2016.
Now
Right? Good God.
Oh my God! So really quick, every time I shoot a horoscope at somebody's head, I get a AOE blast. So it's actually I could do damage to other things in the world. So
Which
I'm
is an
purposely,
upgrade. That's like a master.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit headshots like crazy because they damage players in the world.
Nice.
All right, let's do this. He's going
Come
down.
on, let's go.
Oh God, the axe is awful. Boom,
Oh, there we go.
boom. There we go. That was 2 good hits. Oh God,
Get out of there.
he's gonna.
Hugo showed you the tutorial on that loading screen. It is really important to pay attention to the tutorials, both when they pop up in the game and at the loading screen. If
All
you're
right.
having trouble, it's probably the game's probably going to tell you how to do it.
Oh,
Man,
just out of reach.
I think you got it.
This is
Next
it.
one.
This is it. Is this it?
This is it.
No, is this it?
I feel
Come
it.
on. We got Hugo Andretti Martin on the couch driving a Ferrari. This has got to be the run. That Hell Knight, that's an appetizer. Get him out of there. Ooh. Oh,
He doesn't need that.
He didn't need that
I
spine.
don't need it anymore.
All right, let's get away from these guys, and let's dance, just me and you. And I could use some ammo.
Very nice.
When you face the Marauder in the game, a lot of you will probably figure out quickly that a pretty good strategy is to use the BFG to clear out all of the other enemies and just kind of face the Marauder, particularly the first couple times you see him one-on-one, because he is definitely tough.
Yeah, there's so
Again,
much.
you're seeing this at Nightmare difficulty.
I feel like he's such a pressure unit that like he makes the fodder so much more dangerous because you can't pay attention to them.
This is so stressful.
It's such a different fight, though. Like,
oh, God,
I have to say, you know, when you play him in the game, he's so different than what you're used to facing. It's such a fun change of pace because you get into this kind of squared off. Oh my God.
Ooh.
That was a good dodge.
Hey, there's
right
a clear strategy you have to follow here.
Oh!
Or not.
Son of a bitch. Oh. That was really close.
Oh my God, that was like a 50-50 right there. But I love that. Okay, the Slayer is obviously a complete badass. It's hard to take him down. You have cyber demons coming at him that are like towers.
Yeah.
But yet, there's this showdown with somebody just your size.
Yeah.
Who's wearing kind of similar looking armor.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, even that, you know, you're making a good point. I think it reinforces what a badass you are when you're facing off a corrupted Sentinel warrior that is, you know, taking you toe to toe. And then when you overcome, it just is. It's awesome. It's almost a little bit of fun lore, just in an enemy like that.
I mean, everybody knows game recognized game, and when you see that guy, you're like, I'm preparing right now. I got to get all my ammo together. I got to get my attacks together.
Oh my God!
I have to respect him.
You got it.
Why?
I feel it. It's about to happen.
You're good on health.
This is it.
Nice. This is it.
Oh yeah.
I can feel it.
Look at that. That technique is so high level. We talked about that a little bit the other day.
Yeah.
But he basically burned him, with his actual meat hook to get there. That's a super upgraded super shotgun.
Yeah. And there it is.
Yes!
Oh my.
Oh my God! Now
Oh
we
God, now you
got
gotta survive. You gotta
Zombies.
survive. Make it count.
But yeah, that's the upgraded meat hook.
Right. So it sets him on
Awesome.
fire as soon as you go.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Let's hear it.
Let's let him hear it. My God.
But yeah, the upgraded meat hook is a flame meat hook, of course.
Of course.
And so when you hook it to an enemy, it lights them on fire just like your flame belch would. So when you do that damage, you get that burst of armor. It's
amazing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
The most satisfying thing is to like triple and quadruple stack so much damage that they don't even like know what to do, and it feels amazing. You're not breaking the game, but it almost feels like you're breaking the game. We actually have intentionally created moments with all the resource management and the DPS that you could put out, as you see, is I'm like quadruple stacking like a bunch of things. Like I have it upgraded so like I'll freeze a guy, and when I do damage because I got the perk on, I'll actually get health from damaging frozen enemies. So, but when I burn guys, I get armor. So what I'll do is I'll freeze them, then burn them, then blow them up, or freeze them, burn them, and then chainsaw them. Like, you just get an absurd amount of DPS. You see all this stuff coming back at you. And then when you have the end game upgrades, you can actually I'm like shaking. So intense. You can actually, as you max out your health and your armor, it'll fill your blood punch meter. Now, one of the things that you saw there that was kind of like next level gameplay is that I'm constantly using my blood punch. The blood punch is critical. So we really want to have you DPS comboing and then finishing guys off. I guess we're going to stop there. The finishing guys off with your blood punch when you're point blank, and being able to set things up with like throwing grenades and well, we're not going to stop. We're going to actually show some key art. But no, we're not done. I mean, to be honest, I just want to sit here and play for like the whole thing. That was really fun.
You guys are going to be playing in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
almost time.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous in the beginning. That was the only reason why I died.
You kicked ass. That was awesome.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have died. But no. So you see how also like that's how deep it goes. I mean, I have played this game like thousands of hours, but the master level is where I get to find someone at my skill level where I could find my biggest challenge, and it's endlessly fun. I mean, I was dying, but it's not. It's so engaging. Like you could see, like no offense, I didn't mean to be rude, but it's like you guys are. I can't hear anything anybody's saying. I don't even know you're here. Like I'm just like sitting here, just like oh my god, and you get very much into like a flow state where it's tactical, and it's speed chess. So it really kind of has to become like you'd see how it's like muscle memory. Like I'm just reacting to everything that I see. And it's unlike anything that you could possibly play of this kind of game. We're not saying that we're doing anything better than anybody. We're just saying that we're doing something completely unique, you know.
And again, you can do that on any skill level. So you finish the game on easy, go back, play the master level on easy, and then continue to graduate up. You will find just an endless depth to the gameplay and to the challenge.
And I think this is streaming, right? So people are commenting.
Yep.
I read their comments all the time, like controller player. So what's up?
Yeah.
What was that? Seriously. And I can't wait to play people with mouse and keyboard with my controller inverted.
Oh.
It's gonna be awesome. And
fighting words.
Don't make excuses because I work there. I did software. Okay.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna go mano a mano. It's awesome.
Skill is skill. Doesn't matter.
No. And all jokes aside, I think battle mode is honestly like. We do that quite a bit at the office. So as you see, it's like who's the best race car driver? You know, driving the Doomslayer as a gamer is like driving a Lamborghini, and you want to be really good at it. And then what happens in the office is people, I'll get a crowd around me when I'm play testing stuff, as will other people. There's many people in the studio who are all really really amazing at the game, and it's a spectacle to watch how good they are landing those headshots and everything. And then take those skills to battle mode. And the very best players get to fight it out to see who is the best. I mean, there is a vicious rivalries going on in the office to see who's the very very best. It's definitely endlessly satisfying. So that's why we say battle mode is very much a multiplayer experience for people who love and have mastered the Doom experience. I wouldn't even say master, but people who love the Doom experience. It's a multiplayer for you guys.
Yeah, it really is an extension, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yes. And I just like talking trash about the controller stuff because I get crap about it all the time, especially since I play inverted.
Yeah.
By the way, the Slayers Club, huge Doom fan club of just the coolest guys. We asked them to give us some questions. So shout out to the Doom Discord and the Doom subreddit. You guys are awesome.
Yep.
So do you mind if we ask a couple questions?
Yes.
Just going to fire them at you?
Yeah.
All right, let me start with one. It's a jackal. Will your current skin be reflected in cutscenes? So throughout...
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So
we showed it yesterday. Actually, no, we didn't show it yesterday. We have something coming up that we'll show.
Okay.
But yes.
Cool.
Yes, all of our cutscenes are rendered in real time. So all of your cool cosmetics you get to see the Slayer, and we've got some great stuff. You're going to be very surprised.
Very cool.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Cool.
Here's another question. This one's from Rat Ronald. I like that. This is from Reddit. Rat Ronald, if you're out there, here's your question. Why does the mark of the Slayer look the way it does? Is the symbolism meaningful?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a... man, I just want to keep playing, to be honest. I'm just sitting here like I could have did that better. I shouldn't even die.
You did a great job.
Great.
So what does it mean? It means it's a sword going into fire. So it's basically means the Sentinels stabbing out the demons. You know, the fire representing the evil, the demons, hell, and then the sword representing the might of the Sentinel army and the people of Argentinor. And you are the champion of those people. Whether or not you're human or from there, you'll find out in Doom Eternal. And then also, yes, I think the fact that it is kind of like a cross is also nice because, you know, it's heaven, hell. There's a biblical quality to the Doom brand, certainly, so it's not a bad thing that it is somewhat crucifix-like.
Nice.
Like
This kind of maybe ties to that a little bit, but this is from Mr. 36. As you were making 2016, were there some ideas or concepts that kind of you were thinking about if there was an Eternal?
Wait, say that again?
So, like, as you're making Doom 2016, some of the things and concepts that you're seeing in the sequel, were those ideas that you maybe thought about back then for, like, the long game of what Doom is? Or did a lot of that come sort of after you made 2016 and then...
Yeah, no, I mean, from a I would say from a lore and story perspective, we're always thinking about, you know, the future and setting things up. I wouldn't say we necessarily, like, cut anything for 2016. We didn't cut anything for 2016 so that it was there for Eternal, or even like if it didn't make it into 2016, there was a reason it didn't make it in, and and we really approached Eternal with a fresh slate. So,
but that lore was established in Doom 2016, and we know there's a world before 2016. There's a world that actually goes all the way back that we've worked out. There's a stuff that will happen in the future. So not unlike Star Wars, again, there's a history there. This is just yet another chapter in that story. So if you guys want it, we'll keep telling those stories.
Yes.
Awesome. I love these stories.
So I've got one more question, but actually, when I look at what time it is, I feel like it's actually getting close to
midnight?
Yeah.
It's getting late, right?
Kind of close to midnight, right?
Well, I think what would be cool is if we have somebody come out to maybe ask some harder questions.
Yes.
You guys. So our buddy Midnight is here. Midnight, you want to come out, by the way? I think he's backstage.
Right there.
No,
right there?
He's right.
He's
on
right
the side.
there. Hello, Neto.
Let's hear it for Midnight. What's up?
Hey, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Special.
Here you go.
Yes, very special.
Have a seat.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes.
So first of all, thanks for the opportunity. It's awesome. But
Sure.
let's get into some heavy-duty questions.
Sure.
The first
Does
question.
everybody know who Neto is?
Yeah.
Like
Huh?
his YouTube channel and.
Yeah, my YouTube channel is Midnight. I do videos about Doom, and so if you want to watch videos, then there you have it.
Yeah,
so
he's a big supporter of our brand.
Absolutely.
And,
Figured out a
he's
ton of
awesome.
lore.
He does. He makes videos about the lore, and there's a community that has grown around Doom since Doom 20. I mean, there's always been a Doom community, but the Doom 2016 and now Eternal and Midnight is definitely one of them. So we're so glad to have him out here.
Yes,
Go check out his channel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
that's awesome. So the first question is by Little Horn. Will beating Doom Eternal on Ultra Nightmare be rewarding in any way?
Yes.
Yes.
In what way?
You gotta do it.
You gotta do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool.
It's
fun.
cool?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So,
Because it wasn't in 2016.
yeah, it wasn't in Doom
That's right.
2016.
Yep.
Okay, so the
You'll
second
get something
question.
that sets you apart.
Okay, so the second question is, just who is the Seraphim?
That is going to be. I mean, I would totally spoil the shit out of it right now if I told you what that was. But that'll be completely explained in Eternal, and who it is going to be interesting to people who care. So
Awesome.
yes.
Awesome.
Not trying to dodge questions, but
No,
you
it's
know,
okay.
like,
I mean, I
it's
can
awesome
say
that
it.
people ask them and know
Yes.
and want to know.
Yeah.
Actually, you're asking us story questions about a Doom game, which is
Yes.
somewhat
Right?
surreal and totally awesome.
Yeah.
And in
Okay.
20 days,
Yes.
you guys will know the answers to these because you'll have it yourself.
Just in 20 days. So, the third question is, are there multiple Marauders that appear in the game as super heavies, or is there one Marauder that repeatedly appears throughout the campaign?
No, there's Marauders are a race of demon. They're former. Oh, I can't say anything. They're yes. They're it's not just one guy, and they look like you for a reason. And yes, that's it. And they're obviously giant pains in the ass.
Sure.
Yeah, they are.
They're so much fun to fight. They're so awesome. Like to have to maintain that again. You have to keep a medium range distance to get them to open up. So it's just endlessly fun to try to do that. And there's summoning the wolf and everything. Man, we made that fight so hard. He had so many tier 3s in there. My God, I want to be like Nick. We don't need so many tier 3s. Like seriously.
You want to ask one more?
Yeah, one more.
Yeah?
So, who is the Nameless One?
The Nameless One is, well, it's. I'd rather not say what that is, and I'll be dead honest with you. I don't even know who that is. So
You could lie.
so
You can't
basically,
even answer. There's no
no,
way.
so what it is we do this a lot, where like a lot of different, like when Hell talks about people. If he gives me the context, I mean, look, I know every inch of the lore, but like, if he gives me because I know a lot of times, like for example, they call the Slayer, they call him the Doom Slayer. They also call him the Destroyer. He's also known as the Hellwalker. So the Nameless One is used in the lore. I totally know that. I just have to know like where it's used for. If you give me context, like I can see if I can give you an answer.
Like, who is the Nameless One in Hell?
Okay, so it's used in reference of hell?
Yeah.
So there's, I mean, again, this is kind of vague, but like there's a hierarchy to hell, without question, and we talk about it quite a bit. And in DLCs, we will be exploring that in DLC 1 and 2 a bit more, like who runs hell? You know, the Dark Lord is referenced often. There was a voice that spoke to Olivia in Doom 2016 when he said that, you know, she had messed up when she found the Slayer and stuff. So that character is a part of our world, and they will continue to be developed further as we go along. So it's probably if I read it, I'll know. Oh yeah.
I think it's referenced as the one who shall remain nameless. Is that how it's referenced in the game?
I think it's the nameless one, and yeah. So and also sometimes the demons refer to him that because he's like the boogeyman. They don't want to, you know, they don't want to say his name. So it could also be used in that instance as well.
That's awesome.
It's a lot to keep track of. I'm just being honest. I thought for a second, I'm like, I'm just gonna make something up.
You're like, he's that guy that doesn't have a name.
Yeah. That is the high priest of the Sentinel Guard.
That does sound really official.
Yeah.
It does sound good. All right, that's
Let's
who it
leave
is.
it at
That's who it is.
There you go.
Cool.
New character.
Well, thank you for asking those questions, Midnight. Thank you guys for coming, watching this. Obviously, Doom Eternal comes out on March 20th, which is very, very soon. It's going to be awesome.
It is.
Huge thank you to Marty and Hugo for coming here, spending 2 days with us, and making something that is just so incredible, and we're super excited to play it.
And huge shout out to the team. You don't get to play anymore.
Let's play more.
Big shout out to the team back in Dallas and our team in Frankfurt. Everything you saw, like the fact that it all works so well together is just because they work so well together. So
Absolutely.
just can't say enough about them. And
Yes.
it's been a blast to make this game.
That's like a well-oiled machine you just saw. Like, yeah, it's an older build, so that little BFG bug we've definitely taken care of for day one for sure. But like, you see how many things are happening at one time and how fast. The race car analogy is 100% accurate. Like, this is like a marvel of video game engineering, and a huge salute to all the people, as he said.
Absolutely.
It takes a team of people to make a great game. You know, we certainly have a role in that, as does everybody else. But like, great teams make great games. So big salute to everyone involved.
Yeah,
for
lucky
sure.
to be part of a great team.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's awesome. All right, thank you guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you March 20th. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Midnight. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks.